Good evening. So now we are going to see the questions on tension test on metal as well as unit number one, that is related with your axial forces. So we have which tests were conducted on metal. So we have conducted four tests: tension test, shear test, torsion test, and impact test. These four tests we have conducted on metals. What is stress? So it is the ratio of resistance to area. So you do not say that is force to area. Always you have to say it is resistance to area. Why? Now you can see. In elastic bodies, we have resistance equal to load equal to force. So in elastic bodies, you can say force to area. So in mechanics of structure, we are going to consider our elastic bodies, and therefore we are using this formula force to area. But you have to say whenever you are in interview or in orals that resistance to area, because in elastoplastic bodies your resistance is less than force, and therefore your stress that is less calculated by using this force. So now in plastic bodies, your resistance is zero. So whatever deformation we are going to get, that will be permanent deformation in plastic bodies. So resistance is zero. So stress is always zero in plastic bodies. Here as resistance, we have less than force because some of the part of the force is used for permanent deformation, and therefore resistance we have less than force. What is strain? It is the ratio of change in dimension to original dimension. What is unit of stress and strain? So stress, so we have these as derived units. So stress is resistance upon area, Newton per meter square, and 1 Newton per meter square is known as 1 Pascal, that is 1 PA. Then strain change in dimension upon original dimension. So both have same unit. So strain is unitless. Then explain Hooke's law. So stress is directly proportional to strain within elastic limit, and constant of proportionality is known as Young's modulus. So we have sigma proportional to epsilon, and sigma is equal to E into epsilon, and E is known as constant of proportionality. Then which graph was plotted in tension test? Stress versus strain. We have stress that is plotted on y-axis, and strain we have plotted on x-axis. Now, which are different moduli? So we have three moduli: modulus of elasticity or Young's modulus, modulus of rigidity or shear modulus, and bulk modulus. And all these have same unit, that is Newton per meter square. Now keep in mind we have mega Newton per meter square. So mega we have 10 raised to 6 Newton, and meter square we have 10 raised to 6 millimeter square. And then we have 1 mega Newton per mm square. We are going to say as 1 Newton per mm square. And this is also known as mega Pascal, because 1 Newton per meter square, this is known as Pascal. So GPA, so if we will go to GPA, then G we have 10 raised to 9, and Pascal we have Newton per meter square. And if we will put it 10 raised to 9 Newton per 10 raised to 6 mm square, then you have 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square. So we have 1 GPA, that is equal to 10 raised to 3 Newton per mm square, and 1 MPa, that is 1 Newton per mm square. What is linear and lateral strain? Deformation in the direction of load causes linear strain, and deformation perpendicular to the direction of load causes lateral strain. What is Poisson's ratio? It is the ratio of lateral strain to linear strain, and value therefore is always less than 1. If we have linear strain, we have tensile, then lateral will be compression. And if linear we have compressive, then lateral should be tensile. What is axial rigidity? We have AE. Now, if you have to find a unit of this, then we have area, that is meter square. E we have Newton per meter square. So AE we have Newton. What is flexural rigidity? So we have EI as flexural rigidity. What is unit of this? So we have Newton per mm square, and I is mm4. So it comes Newton millimeter square. That is flexural rigidity. What is unit of moduli? So all moduli has same unit, Pascal. What is the relationship between moduli? E is equal to 2g in bracket 1 plus mu. E equal to 3k in bracket 1 minus 2 mu. And this is important. E E in bracket G plus 3k equal to 9 kg. This is independent of Poisson's ratio. That is most important. Independent of mu, that is Poisson's ratio. These two are depends on Poisson's ratio. What are the different points marked on stress strain curve? We have this stress strain curve. So we have somewhere here till we have linear. So this we have elastic point we can say. Then this point we have that is upper yield point. This point we have lower yield point. So upper yield point, lower yield point. This is ultimate strength. This is fracture. Now strain hardening. So you can see once your capacity that is up to upper yield point, then your stress go on decreasing. It should decrease continuously, but due to rearrangement of the molecules in the materials, again its capacity increases, and the region or the values from lower yield point to the ultimate strength, this region is known as strain hardening. And in this region, again your capacity to resist the load increases till ultimate. And after this, it decreases and it will fail. And this region is necking because its diameter go on decreasing in this region. Now this is elastic point. This is elastic part, and in this elastic part we have stress versus strain. And if we will find the slope of this, then we have rise upon run. So this stress upon strain, then we have that as Young's modulus. So Young's modulus of the material is calculated from this linear line, and slope of this linear line gives us Young's modulus or modulus of elasticity. What is the formula for deformation due to temperature? Is delta is L is equal to L alpha T. T is temperature and alpha is most important thermal coefficient or coefficient of thermal expansion. Coefficient of thermal expansion. Important that its unit, and unit we have per degree centigrade. That is unit of this. What is the formula for temperature stress? Sigma is equal to alpha Te. E we have modulus of elasticity. If a body kept free in a room and temperature increases. So if body is free, then no stresses will be induced in the body. Then if a body kept between two supports and temperature is increased, then compression stresses will be developed, and vice versa. That is, if temperature is decreased, then tensile stresses will be there in the body. Then if we have two composite body and if we increase the temperature of this, then the body with higher thermal expansion goes in compression, and other with lower thermal expansion, coefficient of thermal expansion will be in tension. So these are the questions which are related with your axial stress. That is axial stress, as well as you have that is tension test on metals. So thank you.